Yes, sir. Nothing better than some grub after putting in some work. Well, how's it going, guys? Today, we actually got a lot of stuff done. Give me a second. Well, gotta drink the rest of my coffee. So how's it going, CRUIZ'N fam? Today I actually got pretty busy, as you guys can see. So I had a little bit of technical difficulties over the week. I know I said I was gonna do this over the week, but I literally was having some issues. I was trying to do everything rushed, and because I did that, I wasn't able to, do everything properly. So I ended up having to send most of my work so I could get it done how I wanted it to be and not as crappy as it was looking. So I actually took all of these apart, put them all back together. I ended up actually using the POR 15. And I have a thing to say, guys. If you guys want to use this stuff right here, I actually have this is the quart, 1 quart, but they sell smaller, like 8 ounces, 12 ounces, or whatever, they got smaller sizes, smaller cans. Make sure that if you guys are gonna be using this stuff for any project, like whether it's your chassis or whatever, I think this will be good enough for like a chassis and whatever. If you're gonna do suspension work on a vehicle, that will be enough, 1 quart, maybe a little bit more. But for little stuff like I've been using on and off, before I don't know if you guys remember, I had the small can. It was like 5-6 ounces or something like that. That was actually great because I had a hard time trying to get this open, and if I kept attempting, like you guys could see, it's all chewed up, I would have messed up the lid, and there's actually like this much left in the can. So if you guys want to use this stuff, make sure you guys purchase what you guys are gonna use. That way the can doesn't end up getting messed up and you don't end up throwing the rest of the material away. I'm gonna actually give them a call and ask them, what can I do? Because I don't like, it's an awesome product, but I don't like the fact that once you use a little bit, the material gets dry around the lid and the can, and then it's like super impossible to try to get it open. So that's the only bad thing I got to say about this product. Other than that, this product works amazing. I've actually used it directly over rust. On this, actually, I ended up using a wire brush attached to my drill. And then I did a lot of finger fudging in between. Use a wire brush. As you guys can see, the top of the pump, it's not painted because I think it's either aluminum or cast metal. I'm actually gonna take out these screws, and I'm gonna end up painting this the same color green that I have on my finger right there. So I tape these because I actually want to paint this part green, and then the bolts and all the stuff, I'm gonna paint them black, spray paint them. But yeah, so since I'm waiting for this to dry out, and it's gonna be pretty much all day, like this thing is really, really tacky. Yeah, see, still a little tacky. So I really can't do anything for the rest of the day other than show you guys what I got accomplished today. The axle, I ended up painting this as well. This was really, really rusted. I ended up hitting it with a 80 and then a real good wire brush, which it was that right there. And then just painted it over with POR. That's really all I did. So I'm hoping that this can doesn't go bad. I had to punch a hole with a 10mm bolt on top and try to seal it. Hopefully I'm gonna actually keep it inside to try to prevent it from drying out, because I'm probably gonna end up using this for a couple other projects that I got laying around. But yeah, so I ended up painting the pump, ended up painting the motor, and I know you guys can see a little bit of stuff that's not painted, but the little cover is gonna cover completely around, so you won't be able to see none of that. Actually painted the axis cover as well green, and like I said, I'm gonna end up painting this thing green too once I take the bolts out. I gotta take the plugs out, get the oil out, put some fresh oil in, sand this as good as I can with the wire brush once it's all completely dry, and I can take it off, and that'll get painted army green as well. This right here is actually all the tools that I used for this project. I love this little set. This set I bought in Harbor Freight. I think it was like $7-8, you know, with the coupon. And it has literally every little fitting that you would need, you know, Allen, hex, flat screwdriver, Phillips, hex with the holes in it. I mean, you name it, this has it. So I didn't have the proper tool, I don't know if you guys remember, to take this pulley out, which, by the way, this is an 11-inch pulley for the belt. And I have the 3 1/4 right here. This is actually all the rest of my accessories. This is the screws to hold the pump down on the compressor. And these are for the motor, but I'm actually gonna end up replacing these because these are too crappy looking and I don't want to sand these. You know, if I had a tumbler, I'll probably throw them in the tumbler, or if I had a sandblaster, but that's too much work. You know, I'd rather just go buy some screws, probably like $6-7 at Home Depot or whatever. And then these are the bottom for that to hold the motor. This is my gear pins, safety pins to hold them in place. So is this. This is my drain plug, and you guys are not gonna believe what was inside this. I've actually never picked the compressor up, other than today when I was taking it apart. And this is the cover for my electrical pulley, and this is painted inside and out. This is actually gonna end up going on top like that, you know, so there you go. That will be completely covering that. But so yeah, I took the drain plug out, and I could see that it was, or I could hear that there was like stuff inside. All of this, this is a lot of stuff, man. So I ended up taking the drain plug out and draining everything that was outside, inside, to not get any debris once I spray painted it. I didn't want to get none of this nasty stuff on my paint, which I'm glad I actually did, because my paint job would have came out super crappy. Now mind you guys, this is not, I didn't paint this with a paint gun or nothing. This is all rattle can, and this is just my air compressor. So ended up painting the pulley. I mean, everything is painted. I'm done. I just gotta wait and start putting this thing together. And there's the tank. Actually, I'm not done. I'm lying. This fitting right here, I'm gonna do black, you know, so it's kind of you know, like a different two-tone. Actually, I'm thinking about doing from here up green and from here down black, because the pump goes right here and it's black actually, so I don't want it to be connecting black. I want it to be different colors. So I'll probably do like the army green till here, and then do the rest of it black, you know, all the fittings and everything. I ended up having to do some more repair to this, because this was also completely bowed like the other side, like a hammock, because of the pump head. But I actually did a good job. It's just the lighting right there, that's all it is. But I ended up painting the legs after I did that. So the tank actually got primered. I sanded it, took out the Riverside logo, or Riverdale, I don't remember what it was. Took off the handle, which goes right here, comes out. I'll show you guys that in a second. But yeah, I actually primered the tank. I lightly sanded it, you know, because it doesn't have to look perfect. As you guys can see, you know, it's still got some battle wounds from before, but this is primered. I put 2 coats of primer and then 4 coats of army green, and then I primed the legs too, and then went over it with the POR 15. And the reason why I did that is because they were actually quite rusted, and that's because, you know, when it's sitting down, I've had it outside for the longest time, the water drips, you know, and then it gets stuck between the axle and it starts rusting this out. So that's why I ended up doing the POR 15 on the legs, you know, just to have a little bit more protection from the moisture, since it's closer to the ground, and it's gonna have everything that sweats is gonna come down to this area. But yeah, I'm really pumped up, guys. I wish I could have, this video would be like already put together, but since I had to take everything back apart, sand it down, and do it properly, you know, because I was trying to rush and have it all done by this weekend. And I'm not gonna lie, I got lazy on Wednesday and Thursday and started doing some other stuff, and because I was trying to rush, it came out looking like crap. So I ended up sanding it all back down and did it properly. Like, I actually, before, I didn't have no primer. Not that I didn't have it, I didn't use no primer, but you know, I was like, if I'm gonna make this effort and put this much time into it, might as well do it the right way. So like I said, I primered it, light sanded with like 700 or 800, and then wiped it down and shot an extra layer of primer, and then let that dry, and I did 4 layers of the army green. I actually used my old radiator from the Buick as my base for all the accessories, you know, the small plates and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. It's 2 o'clock. I've been rambling like crazy. I thought this video was gonna be super quick, but there's the handle right there. Like I said, that's my finger right there. And yeah, it's definitely tacky. You guys can see that. Look. Yeah, so this is probably gonna have to sit all night, you know, maybe till tomorrow for it to be completely dry, because it's actually kind of cold. We're not as lucky as we were last week, where the temperature was kind of like in the 60s and the 50s in between. But yeah, all this stuff is still super tacky. So, but I just wanted to show you guys, you know, that I wasn't faking around, and I did put in some work. I can't actually wait. Hopefully by tomorrow I can put all of this stuff together, and maybe tomorrow I'll have a video of like a review of a couple of things that I have, like some tools and some other stuff that I actually purchased, like on wish list, that maybe some of you guys are thinking about getting and are questioning the quality. I mean, sometimes Wish has a couple of good things, a couple of things that are good, and then they have some stuff that is like straight crap. But yeah, that's what I got, man. So I'm gonna get back to eating. I'm actually gonna have to put that back in the microwave for a second, because like I said, this video went a little too far, but that's what I got. This is actually completely dry. This is all done from the first time, except for the screws, but the plate, pulley, and the cover, all of that I actually did during the week. You guys have seen that already. And on the compressor, I'm gonna have to wait for it to be like 100% dry, and then I'm gonna actually use this square right here and draw a couple of lines, and then I'm gonna do the look, you know, like it's got rivets on it. So I'm gonna draw the lines, paint them all black, and then do like little dots so it looks like it's all riveted. But that's what I got, guys, so far. Like I said, you know, I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend. It's barely the beginning. Like I said, it's 2 o'clock. There it is. Almost 2 o'clock. So that's what we got, man. Just wanted to let you guys know that I've been on the ball. Hopefully, when I put this back together, it works. I hope I didn't do all this freaking work, you know, and I screw something up, and then this air compressor ends up not working. But that's what I got for today, guys. I wanted to say thank you for everybody that's been showing me some mad love and support within the last week. All the people that send me a shout out, you know, appreciate it. Thank you very much. You know, I couldn't do it without you guys. And hopefully we get some more stuff done here soon, you know. But that's what I got so far, guys. And like I always say, keep on cruising.